Have you ever wondered what lies deep within the heart of an ancient forest? On a day not unlike any other, I found myself standing at the edge of such a woodland, the air thick with the earthy scent of moss, the promise of discovery hanging heavy in the atmosphere. As I embarked on a solitary hike, the canopy overhead seemed to close in, swallowing the sun and casting long, undulating shadows that danced and writhed with an unseen energy. With every step, the foliage grew denser, the path winding and elusive, leading me deeper into an uncharted realm. The forest was alive with the sounds of nature, the rustling leaves beneath my boots, the distant call of a bird, the soft murmur of the wind through the trees. Yet, there was a peculiar hush that settled over the forest, a kind of mysterious silence that heightened my senses, stirring a cocktail of excitement and trepidation within me. Guided by an invisible force, a sense of purpose, I navigated through labyrinthine paths. The forest seemed to shift and change around me, its secrets well guarded, its stories whispered on the wind. It was then, hidden among gnarled roots and veiled by the undergrowth, that I stumbled upon an entrance, a gateway to a place untouched by human presence. A cave revealed itself in the dim light, its mouth gaping like a portal to another world. The air within was thick with primal energy, an echo of times long past. It was as if the very walls of the cave held the memories of the forest, the tales of its ancient inhabitants, the secrets of its heart. A cave, seemingly untouched by human presence, revealed itself in dim light. The air within was thick with primal energy, and the walls echoed ancient tales. As I stood at the entrance, the forest behind me and the darkness ahead, I knew I had just set foot in a world that was as old as time itself, a world that held mysteries and wonders beyond human comprehension, a world that was waiting to be explored. Summoning courage, I ventured into the depths, my flashlight cutting through darkness. The cave, a silent sentinel of time, was a world untouched, a realm suspended in the primal womb of the earth. Stalactites hung down like ancient chandeliers, their crystalline forms glinting in the flashlight's beam. Stalagmites reached up from the cavern floor, the millennia etched into their stone faces. The cave's breath was cold and heavy, laden with the scent of damp earth and hidden tales. Then, in the dim light, a shape shifted. A coarse, hulking figure emerged from the shadows, its eyes gleaming with an eerie intelligence. This was no ordinary beast. This was the Yeti, the mythical guardian of the wild, its presence as palpable as the cold cave air. My heart pounded as fear and fascination danced in my veins. It stood there, immense and inscrutable, its fur matted and wild, eyes reflecting the faint light. I could see the strength in its broad shoulders, the power in its massive form. But there was something more, a certain wisdom in its gaze, a silent understanding that seemed to reach out and touch my soul. We stood there, locked in a silent exchange, two beings from different worlds meeting in the heart of the wilderness. Fear began to give way to wonder. The Yeti, this legendary creature of lore, was more than a beast. It was a symbol, a testament to the wild and the mysterious. It was the embodiment of nature's raw, untamed energy, a guardian of the ancient wisdom that lay hidden in the heart of the forest. The Yeti let out a mighty roar, a sound that resonated deep within the cave and within me. It was a primal call, a sound that echoed through time, stirring the ancient memories of the wild. The encounter left me in awe, grappling with the profound realization that I had crossed into a realm where the wild and mythical converged. This was no ordinary encounter. This was a brush with the unknown, a glimpse into the heart of the wild. The Yeti, a guardian of primeval mysteries, left me grappling with the encounter, aware that I had crossed into a realm where the wild and mythical converged. Emerging from the cave, the forest pulsed with unseen forces. As nightfall descended, a hush blanketed the woods, the silence punctuated only by the nocturnal creatures beginning their nightly serenade. Bathed in the moon's ethereal glow, I navigated the labyrinth of the forest, the rustle of leaves beneath my boots the only sign of my passage. Each step was a dance between the tangible and the surreal, a journey that had taken me beyond the ordinary boundaries of reality. The forest, with its dense foliage and long, writhing shadows, was no longer just a collection of trees and flora. It was a living entity, a silent witness to the encounter that had transformed my understanding of the world. In the quiet moments between the echoes of the forest and the rustling leaves, I found myself piecing together the fragments of the encounter. The image of the Yeti, with its gleaming eyes and coarse fur, lingered in my mind. It was as if those eyes, filled with a curious intelligence, were asking questions that words could not express. As the night wore on, the forest revealed a different kind of beauty. The darkness, rather than concealing, seemed to accentuate the life within the forest, making each rustle, each echo a testament to the vibrant existence that thrives beyond human comprehension. The encounter with the Yeti was not just a chance meeting with a mythical creature. It was a doorway, an invitation to explore the unknown, to probe the mysteries of nature that lay beyond ordinary perception. The Yeti, with its primal energy and enigmatic existence, had become a symbol of the untamed wilderness, a representation of the mysteries that nature guards so fiercely. As the days turned into nights, my contemplation of the encounter evolved into a quest for understanding. I found myself delving into folklore, seeking clues about this mythical creature that had so profoundly affected me. The encounter had become a doorway to the unknown, urging exploration beyond ordinary perception. Days turned into nights, and my contemplation evolved into a quest for understanding. I found myself drawn to ancient texts, to stories whispered around campfires, to folklore passed down through generations. The tale of the Yeti was not a tale of terror, but of reverence. This creature, so often portrayed as a beast, was in fact a guardian of sacred places, a being that held dominion over the untamed wilderness, a symbol of primal forces that humankind has long forgotten. I delved into the depths of these stories, dissecting their nuances, their symbolism, their warnings. I found that the Yeti was not a creature to be feared, but rather to be respected. It was a manifestation of the wild, of the raw, untamed power of nature. It was a reminder of the delicate balance between man and the environment, a balance that we've long since tipped in our favor. The more I learned, the more I felt a pull, a yearning to return to the forest. I wanted to stand once more in that ancient place, to feel the pulse of the earth beneath my feet, to gaze into the eyes of the Yeti. I wanted to understand, not with my mind, but with my spirit. I wanted to connect with that primal energy, to feel the ebb and flow of the natural world. So I returned. I stepped once more onto the winding path beneath the towering trees, into the heart of the ancient forest. I felt the weight of time, the wisdom of the ages, the whispers of the wind. I was no longer a stranger in this place, but a part of it. I was woven into its story, into its rhythm, into its soul. The encounter had woven me into a tapestry of legends that spanned cultures and centuries. The Yeti emerged as a symbol of untamed wilderness, a creature embodying the primal forces of nature. I stood at the threshold of understanding, ready to embrace the mysteries that lay beyond. In the quiet of the forest, I found solace. The air was still, pregnant with an ancient energy that seemed to pulse with the heartbeat of the forest. The trees stood as silent sentinels, their gnarled roots a testament to the passage of time. I was back, drawn to the very heart of the wilderness that had unveiled its primal secret to me. With each step, I felt a renewed connection with the forest. The rustling leaves whispered their secrets, and the earth beneath my boots seemed to hum with a sacred rhythm. The forest was familiar, yet it held an enigma, a mystery that was as old as time itself. The encounter with the Yeti had woven me into a tapestry of legends and myths that spanned cultures and centuries. It was as if the forest and I shared a secret, a bond that was etched in the annals of the wild. The Yeti, a guardian of sacred places, had emerged as a symbol of the untamed wilderness, a creature embodying the primal forces of nature. I felt the transformation within me. The encounter had not just been a fleeting moment of fear and fascination. It was a doorway that had opened me to a realm beyond the ordinary, urging me to delve deeper, to seek, to understand. The Yeti was not just a creature of folklore, it was a symbol, a reminder of the intricate dance between the tangible and the intangible, between the seen and the unseen. It was a testament to the mysteries that lay hidden in the heart of the wild, waiting to be discovered. I was a part of this dance now, a participant in this grand spectacle of nature. The encounter had transformed me, and I stood on the threshold of a deeper understanding of the natural world. The Yeti's roar echoed in my memory, a reminder that the mysteries of the wild were both beautiful and unsettling, an intricate dance between the seen and the unseen.